The guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or evil people. Now, let me adjust this. You know what? Thank Bank of America for screwing my life up tonight. I went and got the mail, and I will do mail time on Saturday. And I got a check in the mail, so I put the check in. And I have not read my physical statements in some time because of my knee problems and my leg problems.
Read my physical statement.
And they changed their policy on putting in checks for 56 years. You put the check in, you can draw on the check when you put it in. Now they don't pay it till the next day, and I wasn't aware of that. I had to take 40 bucks out. I couldn't see the paperwork. And it said, if you agree to this, you'll have an overdraft. So I took $40 out, and now I'm overdrawn. What the hell is this? So I called them up. They said, we changed the policy about 2 months ago. Well, I haven't read my statements in 2 months because I was injured. And even though I wasn't injured, then I can't see them. I went and had my flu shot tonight. Had me fill out the paperwork. Couldn't read the paperwork. So B of A said, call back tomorrow. They'll remove the NSF charge. All right. Mama Cat was waiting patiently for me when I got home. She wants her wet food. I got 12 pouches of Friskies gravy. So I'll be giving one of those to Mama Cat. Some Heinz yellow mustard. And Pagoda chicken pot stickers. Mr. Fluffy is here. Fuzzy is here. The little girl is still outside with Mama Cat. A bag of grapes. Nancy Pelosi and Mnuchin are exchanging letters. Actually, in this case, Mnuchin sent a letter to Pelosi. And Pelosi continues to blame Donald Trump for no stimulus. A roll of the Mexican never popular toilet paper. A box of Safeway's version of Splenda. I don't know what it is. I go through a lot of Splenda and drink much more coffee than I should. All right, and these things are chicken with gravy. And let me move this out of the way. And tuna with gravy. And there's another one here somewhere. I took them out of the box. I couldn't fit it in the bag. Chicken, whitefish, and tuna with gravy. So I know Mama Cat will be happy to get that. And let's see, I got a Hungry Man Select Classic Fried Chicken, white and dark chicken portions, mashed potatoes, corn, and chocolate brownie. Kathy loves the chocolate brownie. And I got this, which is really yummy. Artisan garlic bread with Parmesan, sourdough Parmesan. It's really one of the best things Safeway makes. The ever popular peach Snapple. A&W root beer. And I haven't had it for a while, and when you haven't had it for a while, it sure tastes sweet. Welch's grape cocktail. I believe. Oh, and I had this for a while. You know, when I grew up, the container was about twice this size. We had this on our table all the time. This is the, you've never had this, Bradshaw's Spun Honey. And it softens, and then you put it on your bread, your toast, your English muffin. or in your hot tea, or whatever you're gonna put honey in. This is hardened honey, but when it sits out, you can put it in the refrigerator, it'll harden up like a rock, and you leave it out, it softens, and you can, it's just like regular honey. With the little bear. I haven't eaten this since I was a child. The other kind of honey is messy, which is why I like the spun honey. All right, that's about it. I talked to the exterminator that comes here, not into my apartment, and I told him what happened, Kathy's problem with the crustacean family. And he said, no, you've got to spray the entire apartment. Just doing the kitchen is not sufficient. I said, what does it cost to come in and do that? And he said $135. So when we get the money, we will have them come in. I said, how often do you have to come in? He said, probably 2 times, maybe 3, but they may be coming from another apartment. That's why. Internet for a minute. I don't know what happened there. It was weird. Anyway, you can donate to the channel at falky2013@gmail.com for PayPal or Super Chat, or send cat gifts, gift cards, money orders to George Senda, 815 Court Street, number 786, Martinez, California, 94553. Something for Halloween would be nice since it's our anniversary. Kathy and I will be going out tomorrow, and I found my device to charge the iPad, so we may go live. Be during the day. We can't go out at night. We have no car, and it's going to be some time till we get a car. So it's sad, but that's the way it is. So she is tonight. I forgot she's not at home because she bombed the house again. So she's out with the cats for 4 hours. That's why she's not answering the phone. And I keep going, where are you? And then I remembered just now she's outside with the cats. Luckily, it's not that cold. At least here. So where is everybody? The other time people are coming in. By the way, Trump's had in Pennsylvania, Trump's had in North Carolina, Trump's had in Florida. Trump is trailing in Minnesota, and I think he's slightly ahead in Wisconsin, and he's slightly ahead in Michigan. And he's definitely ahead in Ohio and Texas and Arizona. So, not good for Biden. Now, Trump needs to win one of the 4 states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, to win it all. He's got Ohio locked up, I think. And he's got the South locked up. He needs to win one of the 4 Rust Belt states, and I think he could still win Pennsylvania. A lot of ballots back in the eastern part of Pennsylvania have disappeared. It's foul play. And a lot of people have not returned their ballots, their absentee ballots. What the hell did I do? I dropped something on my right big toe, and hope it didn't. Oh, I don't know what I dropped on my toe. I think I dropped the iPad on it. It did not like, my toe did not like it. So anyway, we'll go out to the Spirit store, Barnes & Noble, go get something to eat. Then we're going to Costco. She goes home. I go home. Then Saturday, I'm going to go out and film the Halloween decorations. And that's going to be it for the weekend for me. Monday, I go to Target and pay the Target bill. Pay my T-Mobile bill. Oh my God, did that thing bleed? I didn't realize it bled that much. My whole toe is full of blood. Dried, but it's there. And pay the phone bill. All the bank checking account things are set up. The credit cards to pay down. And one loan we paid off in December, the end of November. And the other loan we paid off the 1st of December. I had to take 2 loans out. They renew the one loan, but I won't have to renew the other one, which has been murdering me. So come January, I can start knocking down my credit cards and maybe get one coin loan out. So that's what's going on. Well, no one's coming into the chat. I don't know why. Very weird. Okay, if no one's going to come in here, I'm talking to myself, which is rather foolish. So I'm going to end this in a few minutes if no one comes in and chats. I don't know what is going on that everybody... Oh, Mitch McConnell said today there's a chance that the Democrats may flip the Senate. And that's the first time I've heard a Republican say that. There's a lot of, he said there's a lot of very hot races out there. As far as I'm concerned right now, they can flip the Senate and they can throw all the Republicans out for taking months to not pass a stimulus. They got time to pass airline relief. They got time to pass Supreme Court justice. Then when they come back on the 9th of November, they're going to be working on the continuing resolution to fund the government, with still no stimulus check for people and no unemployment. And remember when the essential workers were promised extra pay for being essential workers, like doctors, nurses, ambulance drivers, police, fire, grocery store clerks. They never got a dime for that, did they? What happened to that proposal? Okay. Oh, there we go. Hello. I can't read that. My vision is horrible. The reading glasses over there. Hello, Mix. I didn't realize that was Mix before. Or is that Mike? I can't. Oh, my God. Oh, good Lord. My eyes screwed up. I can read it with my left eye. If I switch to the right eye. Now, my doctor says my vision is 20/20 without reading glasses. I think she's full of crap. I close the right eye, it all blurs. That's what happens. You get cataracts. They put glass lenses in your lenses or something. So how you doing? Welcome. So let me put these two away and give Mama Cat her food. So I'll be right back. Have to step over the cable lest I kill myself. I tripped today. That's how I cut my toe. I tripped on the electric blanket cord and started to fall. So let me put these away, and I will feed the Mama Cat. Who is this? Fuzzy. I got a oh yeah. I did a little bit of stuff today. She's not happy. I'm covering up her spot. This box is clean bedding. And the box the iPad is lying on is clean bedding. And I'm going to go through all the stuff that has to be washed. And bag it up and put it under the bed. Okay. And no, I don't have a separate stomach. Somebody wrote, did your stomach separate? They took a picture of my shorts. Now, why would they want to take a picture of my shorts? Like, I don't know what my shorts look like or what I look like in them. It struck me a little odd. Mm-hmm. Good baby. Mm-hmm. Fuzzy. Baby, okay. Oh, 1, 2. It's hard to get off this bed because the bed sinks. And it's not because I'm too fat. It's some of the springs came off because Kathy would kick in her sleep. Oh! And that's not because of my weight either. It's because of my knee, which is swollen. Hold on. This is not easy because it's cramped around here. see if Mama Cat is out here or not. Oh, I forgot. I was sitting on them. That's why I couldn't see them. Oh, chicken franks. We put those away. Wonder what happened to those. Or they were behind me. My asthma has been acting up today too. Didn't help me matters any. Kill myself here. Let me see if Mama's out there. Get the Mama Cat. Move this box. See you later, little one. Yes, in a little while. Oh. Yeah, she is. That's Fuzzy's little girl. Yes, my little girl baby. I have little girl and I have Fuzzy. Yes. The tiny one. The baby. The baby. She likes to go. Yeah. Oh, she's purring. Happy Fuzzy. Happy Fuzzy. Oh, yes, I wish you could hear purr. Maybe you could hear purr. holding and petting my pussy. Okay. I don't like her sharp claws, though. Whew. Okay. Time for a sip of this. So, Mama Cat got the chicken instead of the tuna. She'll get the tuna tonight or tomorrow. So, I'm not going to do this very long because my ankle is starting to hurt. And it was very warm here today. Yesterday was ice cold. And I got a whole bunch of mail in the bag somewhere in here. And I'll do the mail. Oh, here's the bag. This bag is full of mail. Which was full of checks. But it's not. Just mail. Wouldn't it be nice for $100 checks or $50 checks every day? I voted 2 weeks ago. Dropped it off the registrar of voters in the giant box. Kathy has to go in with me on Tuesday because she never got her ballot. She got all the sample ballots, but she never got the actual physical ballot, which is very odd. Now look, she was on my arm and she's scratching with her nails. Not deliberately, but her claws are super sharp because she goes on her little cat scratcher and goes like that all the time. And you know who I voted for. That guy right there. America First. Not China First like Sleepy Joe. In his basement again today. He voted, he said a few things, and then they carted him back to his basement. He probably thinks it's 1962 and he's building a fallout shelter. So, or he's in a fallout shelter, I don't know which. But in many of the states, the Republican registrations are higher than Democrats. And I think Trump's going to win. But some Republican senators are going to go down. And the Republicans may lose the Senate. Now that's going to be something. What if Trump won? Democrats keep the House. They take the Senate. We're not going to get much done. Because he'll wind up vetoing every leftist bill that comes out of Congress. And they'll come up with all kinds of crap. And the problem is, if they've got a majority, they'll override every veto he's got. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It's bad to have, one party take over and the other party is left unable to do anything. Yeah, then he did his drive-in rally where people drove in their cars and sat in their cars. And I haven't looked. When I looked at the rally when it was about to start, the podium was empty. There were 2 guys with masks, and that was it. Whereas Trump gets 35,000 people and another 20 or 30 or 10,000 waiting in line to get in. Yeah. So that's the difference between Sleazy Joe and President Trump. Now, Germany is partially locking down. They're keeping their schools open, and they're paying the people 4 months of stimulus. They're paying their businesses 75% of the money they've lost due to the pandemic. Well, whereas we do nothing. France is locking down. France had a horrible terror attack. I guess now we have to take away knives because the guy killed people and beheaded them with a knife. Eek. So, and that's these evil, crazy Muslims that come into a country and decide they want to kill somebody because the other people are not Muslims or their sect of Islam. And that's just plain sick. So, I've looked at Trump rallies for the last 4 days. The only thing is, right side politics or whatever it is, they keep losing the sound all the time. And Fox News, when they run the event, they keep playing YMCA over and over again. I want to be at the YMCA. No, I want you to turn the music off. So, anyhow, Biden couldn't get in 4 years what Trump gets in 4 days. That's all I know. I got dragged out of here by my parents. I didn't have a choice. I was all of 12 years old. First, we stopped in Las Vegas. Then the first time we went all the way to San Francisco. Then we wound up, for some reason, in Reno. Then we went back to San Francisco. Then we went to Pittsburgh. Then we went to Las Vegas. And then I went back to San Francisco with my mother. Then my dad died. And I moved out. I couldn't take it anymore, the nagging. Met Kathy. She moved out. I got evicted for having too many cats. Although the eviction was thrown out, my attorney got it thrown out, but in the meantime I'd already moved to Sacramento. Then I moved to Roseville, then I came back, moved to Oakland, then I left Oakland when I got evicted because I refused to pay the rent because the landlord didn't have hot water in the building for 54 days. Put the rent in escrow as you're allowed to do, and he evicted me anyway. And then I became homeless for 2 years and lived in my car for 6 months. And then wound up in Santa Rosa and then came back. Moved in my mother. No, that was when I went to Oakland after I became homeless. And then I moved to Walnut Creek, and then I moved in with Kathy, and then I got my own apartment after that. Then I got evicted from that because I remodeled the same thing as Kathy, and then I wound up moving in with Kathy for a while. Then wound up here. No, we went to Frisbee Court, and then I wound up here. So, I did not want to leave Pittsburgh. I love being in Pittsburgh. But when you're 12, you can't tell your parents no unless you've got one hell of a big trust account. Yeah, Pittsburgh with an H. Hello, Miami. And by the way, for the record, counting Fuzzy, Fluffy, Little Girl. And we have Mama Cat, Kitten, Tiny One, Orangey, Gray, Pretty Gray who shows up, Chauncey the cat. Pretty Gray is one of the prettiest kitties and the gentlest kitties. He's very frightened. Beautiful long gray fur and just soft fur. And he's very sweet when he stops being frightened. I said, come here, little one. You know me by now. You know I'm not going to hurt you. And he comes over and eats, and I'm going to pet his full body, and it's just, you could just go to sleep in it. It's so soft. And he's very gentle. Gray was looking at him, pretty sweet Gray, little sweet Gray. And she was looking at him and, Gray, he's not going to hurt you. He's hungry. And he's never made a move toward Gray or any other kitty. He's very gentle. He's just scared. Doesn't have a home. I can't believe, I hope nobody abandoned him because he's a beautiful cat. I would love to get him a home. If I didn't have kitties, he'd be here. So I feed 10 cats. I get the cat from across the street, Ted's kitty, I call him, because he used to go to Ted before he died and sleep on his head and sleep in his arms. He loved Ted. He's a little gray and white tabby. He's very sweet sometimes, and other times he's just meow. And a cat named Bully Boy that I call. He's black and white, but he's gray and white. I can't remember. But for years he was attacking Mom and Tat and Kitten. I talked to him every night. He no longer does that. He's still frightened. And there's at least one other kitty that comes by here, and then the possums. So if you were to take all the kitties I feed, I think it's like 14. Not every day, but possum and the raccoons. The raccoon one night, it was this damn big. I couldn't believe how big it was. It was huge. It was bigger than 3 of my cats. So, and the dogs don't know me here. I saw a lady walking her big dog, little dog. Oh, and the babies. She said I had my ear pods on. Couldn't hear you. I just said, hello, babies. She said, they're all babies. She said, what do you have? I said, a cat. She goes, oh, yeah, but they're all babies. As long as you have them, they're your babies. And she had a very cute little one. And a very huge bulldog. So, yeah. Yeah. Rochester, huh? Oh, Rochester. I'm not, I think Rochester's on the eastern New York side, but I'm not certain about that. Never been there. Cats can be sweet and precious. Now, I still have the wounds, this wound here, and this one right where the hand pad is, where Cleo pounced on me on Monday. She clawed me. And I went in the closet and sat down in front of her and talked baby talk to her. You are the baby. You are the beautiful girl. You're the pretty little girl. You're the beautiful Cleo, and I love you. And she let me pet her with my finger. And she kept closing her eyes and blinking. And then she realized, oh, I have to show how tough I am. And she went into her, and I said, no, Cleo, don't do that. Be nice now. I'm petting you. I'm giving you love, and I'm not going to hurt you. And I know you like this. She would blink her eyes, and she had her paws. I don't know what it means. They take their paws and fold them under their body. But she had that. And she finally, I did that for about 5 minutes, and then she, the minute I got up, she ran out of the closet. So I think she was more upset that she was in her hiding place and we moved everything out of the closet so I could vacuum. And both she and Caesar the cat love Kathy very much. Caesar has a thing what drives Kathy nuts. He likes to knead on her, but he kneads on her bare skin, which his claws hurt. I've held both of them, but the minute I'm done holding them, they get up and run away. Yeah, well, Kathy's not very good at clipping claws. Fuzzy hates her claws clipped, which is another reason why they're so sharp. If we had a contest between Hugh Jackman and Fuzzy, Fuzzy would win. So, because Fuzzy goes sneak, sneak. And she scratches on that thing. I got her a new one. And the cats, Cleo and Caesar, have 2 of these cardboard things. They're an X. And they're going, shh, shh, shh. Oh, and I was looking for kitty things, and the discussion, Lucky Farrell's, was about cat beds look like slippers. And I said, well, how about Hello Kitty? And then I found ones that look like bananas and ones that look like shoes. And there's one that actually looks like those bedroom slippers where they go up like this and a whole bunch of holes on them. looks like a Mac Pro with feet, and found another kitty bed. It was a pizza, not the pizza catnip thing that Amazon used to sell, and they no longer sell it. I don't know why, the cat pizza, but actual kitty bed with slices of pepperoni and all of that, and the cat can lie on it. So that was kind of funny. So, but this year I will have had cats for 43 years. Yeah, Lucky Ferals. With Simba, Stella, Boo, Sweet Shy, Splashy with the funny nose, Hydrox, Ditto, the raccoons, the skunks, the possums, the wild turkeys, the geese, the occasional deer, the occasional birds, and I'm not sure what else comes into our garden or across the street in the lawn or kind of parkway forest that she's got. All kinds of animals. She could open up her own petting zoo, except that Hydrox won't let her pet him. I think he has let her pet him a few times. She was saying today that she wasn't sure the Hydrox was male or female. That struck me as a little strange. And she cleaned out the enclosed kitty shelter, and Hydrox apparently likes that better than the other one, which is all decorated for Valentine's Day, 4th of July, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Halloween. She says it's more sheltered. That thing's got a heater in it. I make jokes. He's got a wet bar and a jacuzzi and his own flat screen TV and a satellite dish. Harg, what? Estes Pickle, how you doing? Pinkle, what is it? Perkle. Harg, out to practice me pirate voice. We're not doing anything for Halloween because we have no car. We're going out tomorrow to the Spirit Store, the Barnes & Noble. Going to look at the new, it's new to us, we haven't been in it, the new Whole Foods Market. Then we're going to go to Super Burger and have a Super Burger. We never had a Super Burger before. And then we'll wait for the van to pick us up. We'll go to Costco, do some shopping. Kathy will go home on the bus. I will be taking home the paratransit van. That's the last free van. The first they start charging it, it's $5 a ride each way in the paratransit van. So I'm a little annoyed about that because I haven't been able to use it for more than about a month. So I could have gotten months of rides and gotten a lot more things I need, like cat litter and stuff. So I have a big folding cart that someone left downstairs. I'll probably have to start taking that on the bus. I don't watch Halloween movies. That's Kathy's business. She watches, Leprechaun and Freddy Krueger and Jason and, Ghoulies. I don't know what she watches, but alien movies. I found a great shirt. I'm not going to tell you what it is. She's been bugging me with the movie Alien and its multiple sequels for 40 years now. However long it's been. I found a great shirt. I'm going to buy it when I have the money. And that may shut her up. I don't mind it. She talks about two things in this world: alien movies and Pokemon. Oh, and also the magazine called Horror Hound, which is all about horror movies. So, yeah, the train is 8 blocks from here. That's where the Amtrak and Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, whatever the heck else it is, freight train is going that way to somewhere, Benicia and Vallejo or Fairfield, and I don't know where it goes to the right, maybe Stockton or something, and south to Richmond, Hercules, Richmond, Berkeley. I know there's a Berkeley station. Emeryville, Oakland. I don't know where else. He's got a train, a pug, and a pug driving the train. I watched part of an old episode of Top Gear, and the one guy, the one that's grouchy, he was shoveling a steam engine. They were having a race, and you had to put in so much coal an hour. It's incredible how much coal the thing takes. And then they had a steam leak. They had to stop and all that. So I'd seen it before, but it was still fun to watch. Just shoveling coal like crazy. Aha! We have your number one kitty. Mr. H. Flemington the third. Mr. Fluff. Baby boy. Mr. Baby Boy. Except he races by me all the time as if, oh, don't pet me, don't hold me, don't hug me. Silly mouth. With the patting the tail, I love the tail. Yeah. I know he loves me because for years he has waited at the foot of the stairs and he runs up and he waits for his pet. Oh, look at this. Are you gonna start kneading? Uh-huh. Sometimes he will purr and sometimes he will not purr. I don't think. Okay. I don't know about Hyperloop trains. They got that train nowhere. It's $38 billion over budget. Who knows if they'll ever finish it. I need a haircut tomorrow. Kathy has promised. Sometimes he likes it. He purrs and he's very happy. And other times he gets this look like, oh God, let go of me. I hate this. You suck. So. And he goes out at night and he starts sneezing. After December, I will get him and Fuzzy and little girl to the vet. Find out what they all probably have an upper respiratory infection. But I haven't had the money to spend $300 per cat. So, but he is my boy, and I love him. Now I go in the window where the window kitty perch is, and I pet him. I scratch his. He loves his chin scratched. Sorry, I haven't shaved today. And he starts purring away, and his tail starts wagging him. He loves his petting. And little girl loves her chin scratched too, and she likes her to be petted. She purrs, and she starts kneading. Now he's racing back and forth partly because it's for them it's feeding time. They want to get their food. Not watch the good. I don't watch horror movies. The only movie I've watched that's horror. I saw the original Halloween, and I saw the first and second one. First, second, and third one. The third one was stupid. There was no Michael Myers in it. Mark of the Beast or some Season of the Witch or whatever the hell it was. And then I watched the Leprechaun movies, which get progressively more. Ew. And I watched Tremors, and apparently there's a new Tremors movie. It's out. They moved to Australia or something. I watched those with Kathy. Oh, I did watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which I have on Blu-ray. And by the way, speaking of Blu-ray, a movie I've been waiting for probably 30 years. It's expensive as hell, but it's finally out in Blu-ray and stereo sound and all kinds of features. The original War of the Worlds. Frank Powell's 1953 classic with Gene Barry. And I can't remember the woman's name. I saw an interview with her. Her name escapes me. And Sam Jaffe is the Einstein type. No, that's not it. I'm confusing my movies. That's Daily Ernston. So sorry, that's Patricia Neal. You get old, you get these things crossing in your head. Gene Barry and somebody. But anyway, Martians invade the Earth. I have it on tape. I have it, I think, on DVD. But Blu-ray has finally come out. I think it's $35 a shot, though. Yeah, well, I only watched Gamera once with those little kids with the beanies. Going to the Gamera, help us. It's the same as Ultraman. Those were silly. But I love Godzilla. I've got about 5 or 6 Godzilla movies. The weirdest one, Godzilla versus Biollante. He fights a rose bush or something. I don't watch no American Godzilla movies, though. Because I was sick and didn't have money to go, I missed going to the Alien Con that had and he died shortly thereafter. It had one of the 2 guys that wore the Godzilla suit for years. I would have loved to meet him. The man behind Godzilla. And I have the soundtrack on CD. So, well, guys, I'm getting tired. And I have done my duty. I'm getting hungry, and I'm also getting sleepy. So I'm going to go. I apologize, but my body is saying nap time. My stomach is saying food time. So I will see you tomorrow at some point, and then I haven't listened to Rush in 3 days. I've been craving sleep, and for 2 weeks, all I've been doing during the day is sleeping. I'm not depressed, it's just I don't get enough sleep some nights. So the other night I got awakened because little girl and Fluffy were pushing me out of the bed. So I need me sleep. You know, us old guys, we need our nap. There was some thing saying Rush has come to grips with his death sentence of 4th stage cancer, but as far as I've heard, he's not dying. He's going in for treatment. They're doing whatever they're doing to him. I mean, I don't want him to die. I've been listening to Rush since literally the first second he was on the air in Sacramento. KFBK, 1990, I started listening to Rush. 1980, whenever it was. When did we win? 88, 87? So, I don't want Rush to be gone. We probably wouldn't have much of a conservative movement if it wasn't for Rush Limbaugh and Ronald Reagan. And Joe Biden thinks he's running against George W. Bush. Or George Washington. I said George III. Maybe George Fraser. He's running against George Fraser. I have to practice my Muhammad Ali. I have called in. I've called Rush 3 times. It's very hard to get in. And, you call and open lines Friday, but a lot of times Rush lately hadn't been there. And I turned on the radio, and they got, except for Mark Stein, I think that's his name, the Canadian, whom I really, really like. He's funny. They get these guys. And now from the Harrisburg Tribune, today's guest host, Donkey Fazoo. And you go, who the bleep is this guy, you know? So, all right. I really sleepy. Okay, folks, click the like button if you like the video. Tell your friends. Subscribe to the channel. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. Stay cool and dry and warm or whatever. And I've forgotten the whole shtick on this weathers. And have a great night. Stay safe, and I will catch you next time. And I'm losing it because all of a sudden my body's saying sleep. I'm going to cook my TV dinner first and eat it. And it's getting chilly. Last night, I had the door open. It got freezing, and the last 2 nights been really cold. So thanks for coming in. I will catch you next time. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Bye-bye for now.